got dressed up! Champagne glass!
My first exposure to Shakespeare was when I was 11, and my father took me to see Macbeth starring Victor Garber at the Old Globe Theatre in San Diego.
My introduction to Shakespeare happened when a friend of mine asked me to play Romeo in her production of Romeo and Juliet. My Juliet was this wonderful, brilliant, talented actress, well versed in Shakespearean text, and was also a minor when I was no longer a minor.
My introduction to Shakespeare was a book that my parents gave me when I was around 10 years old called Top 10 Shakespeare Stories for Kids, and it was this very cute, sort of cartoony way of introducing the stories to kids in different formats.
I was first introduced to Shakespeare at the tender age of 5 when a copy of Hamlet somehow wiggled its way into my hands, and I totally didn't use out-of-context quotes to psychologically torture my classmates.
The production was so good that I have literally never recovered. And if there was any doubt in my mind about Shakespeare, it went away when I saw Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet, and my little tweeny self fell in love with Leonardo DiCaprio's Romeo.
The production was well received, excellent directing, of course. A lot of the comments were about Romeo and Juliet being passionate and real and sincere in their interactions.
I think Julius Caesar was a journal from the point of view of Brutus. Lear was done in the format of a play with a lot of notes about like who the characters were. It was very cute, obviously very abridged. And Hamlet was a police investigation of someone interrogating Horatio to investigate how all these people just died.
I believe those comments were not from opening night because opening night her parents were front and center watching their daughter.
I started acting in Shakespeare at age 7. My first role was Ariel in The Tempest, which was also our family's Christmas card that year. And before one performance, I was feeling a trifle nervous, so my friend was like, "Here, eat this grape, it'll totally calm you down." Except I was also openly sobbing, so I started choking on the grape. And then she pushed me on stage. And that was how I delivered my 3 Men of Sin monologue on closing night. Then I vomited. Off stage, thankfully.
It was a very fun book, and it certainly piqued my interest. I tried reading some of the plays after that, especially Lear, since that was the one that was presented in the form of a play, and it was very gripping. But at that age, I couldn't really absorb Lear on the page, especially since the full text version that my parents had lying around had 0 footnotes. So that was a little difficult.
And the morning after scene, where I was supposed to be kissing her and giving her affections while I was on top of her and delivering lines, opening night, apparently, what I looked like I was doing was headbutting her in the chest, which is not a very effective form of affection, or self-defense, really.
Shakespeare is bad for your health, kids, which is why 9 out of 10 actors agree that alcohol is a much better way to show your creative side.
And I got really into Shakespeare proper in 7th and 8th grade when we started to read them in school, and then I read Julius Caesar on my own, and that was really the experience that sold me on Shakespeare as a wonderful thing when I was about 14 years old. That's really what kicked me off.
So that was my introduction to Shakespeare. Traumatizing, to be honest. But yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm 15. This is lemonade and seltzer.
Showing on for a while. At least her parents only showed up during opening night. She was really afraid that her dad would just walk up with a 12 gauge shotgun and shoot me in the face.
Then my family started seeing a lot of Shakespeare after this as well at the New Jersey Shakespeare Theatre. So it was a bit of a process. There wasn't like a thunderbolt moment, but that book, the Top 10 Shakespeare Stories for Kids, was really the beginning of it all.
Gosh, I'm so dressed up, it's like I'm going on a date! I'm hilarious!
Thanks for staying with us for these 2 years. We hope to be here for many more.